Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow Honkai Star Rail and Yao Guang enjoyers. Welcome back! We are continuing the Drip Marketing Series coverage additional episode with Keeping Up with Star Rail for Yao Guang. Madam Yao's gonna make it rain. So I think technically this is the first official trailer we have specifically for Yao Guang where, she's like named in it. Because the other trailer, like this whole new shit they're doing with improv your trailer, it's still, I think, a part of their drip marketing content, but they're not really naming them in the title. But we all know basically what it is. But either way, we're here. We're going to look at Yao Guang's kit. And this is where, like, I was kind of thinking about it, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And, I'd say, tell me in the comments, but the comments aren't too popping most of the time. But I was thinking of doing Keeping Up with the Star Rails maybe a little differently, aka maybe not reacting to all of them. Now, granted, I say that, but I'm probably going to keep reacting to them. Also, we're reacting to this one sadly kind of late because I was busy, so I do apologize, but we're finally here at the right time of 1 a.m. So, the main thing with the Keeping Up with the Star Rails is if you've seen the live stream, it's nothing new. And especially if they have a simple kit to understand, it's really nothing new. The only good things about this is A, you really get a couple more details, not the exact details, because the most you're going to get is when they're actually in game or when you're testing them, because there's a lot of nuance to them. Like, special number, like what are their numbers basically. But aside from that, the biggest thing I do like with Keeping Up with the Star Rails is the whole little story and interaction with Albert. Now, since this is the newest one and we're out of Amphorius, I don't know what they're going to do with like the overarching lore of Albert, which I don't think is canon, but I honestly don't know. But it's definitely not. It's like semi-canon. It's so weird, but I really do like my Albert stuff, so we're going to see that. But the biggest thing that I think is important with this one, especially for me, if no one else, well, number one, we get to see her animations more. Number two, we actually get to understand her kit. And number three, I'm hoping to understand the gimmick of Elation. Because as I've said in the other video, I really don't know what the fuck she really does. I'm assuming she's kind of like a supportive character, even though most supports do damage now thanks to Amphorius. But I'm pretty sure she's like probably like a semi DPS. I don't think she's a main DPS because that's Sparksy. I was about to say Sparkle, but I really like have no clue because I saw her kit and it interacts with like the whole gimmick of Plan Arcadia, which is Elation. But I was so confused as to how. So if nothing else, this is actually a really important Keeping Up with the Star Rail to go over because I need the clarity at this point. It's not just me telling you guys; it's I actually need this shit too. But aside from that, Yao Guang, I've heard some weird things about her in the grapevine. I've heard she's not that strong, which it could be the case where she's just scaling. Like as people come out, maybe she gets stronger. Again, I really don't understand her kit, so we're gonna get a lot of insight, hopefully, from this. Oh, excuse me, Keeping Up with the Star Rail. But aside from that, I mean, her animations are great. She's pretty sexy, and sadly, I spoiled this last time. I'm gonna spoil it here too. I low key like Sparksy a lot more. And no, it's not just because Yao Guang is from the Zhangzhou, although that does play a part. I think she's kind of like a forced character for Chinese Lunar New Year. I mean, she has like the red slips and everything too. But aside from all that, I mean, aside from being hot, I think just Sparksy is just overall better. I really think Sparksy's a lot cooler than Yao Guang. Like, man, she's a live streamer, which I think is cool as fuck. But anyway, aside from that, I mean, there's not much more to say. I kind of want to just keep the Keeping Up with the Star Rail towards their gameplay and meta significance, of which, again, for Yao Guang, I really don't know. So let's take a look what's going on with Albert, and let's see if we can decipher Yao Guang's kit here. Live! Here we go. Let's see what's up.
They say human calculations are no match for heaven's
She's so fucking pretty. Every time I see her, she's so pretty. I'm sorry, I had to stop it in like the first 2 seconds.
plans. The wise ones may say heaven's
Look at
plans
all
are no
those red
match for my
slips.
calculations. But Yao Guang would say,
Yao
stop
Guang.
calculating, I'll do it myself.
Ooh.
As the preeminent diviner, she observes weal and woe with the eye of the hunt, of rejecting
The thing they kind of revealed in the last video too was that all this shit might catch up to her because it really seems like she can influence like fate, but not major events in fate. Not related to the Fate collab.
the notion of predestination. As General of the Yuchue, she prefers not to remain behind the scenes dividing fortunes. Instead, she steps directly into the board, becoming the decisive variable that turns the tide.
Finally.
On this episode of Keep It Up with Star Rail, we're taking a closer look at the diviner who refuses to play by the rules.
Oh, she's
the
physical.
Strategist, Yao Guang.
They have to describe. Oh, they have Fushuan. Oh, they're on the train. That's so cute. And look what they have in the fucking background. That dumbass moon.
We're honored to welcome Master Diviner Fu Xuan as our guest on the show.
Hello, everyone. General Jing Yuan was originally scheduled to attend
Lazy
today,
ass.
but I am here as his replacement due
She
to
wants
a
to
last-minute
replace him
change
too.
in his plans.
Let me guess. He said that before you became a general, appearing on camera more often would help establish a good image early on. Right.
He is set to take over.
You know... You're saying I got sweet-talked into this again?
Bro, Fushuan is getting
You're
so
already
power
an
crept,
expert
man. It's so
sweet-talker
sad.
Yourself, so why?
You think I didn't know? Is it so hard to believe I came because the program caught my interest?
I highly doubt that with her.
Well, speaking of interesting things, you've come for the right episode.
Ooh,
But
her
before we
her
introduce
fellow
General Yao Guang,
classmate.
let's first briefly introduce the path of elation.
Okay, thank God I need
Unlike
this.
other paths, elation bears the influence of Aha's touch, and its
Chaos.
combat style is best summed up in one word: lively.
Chaos.
How lively.
In short,
Random.
It's lively because whenever a character following the path of elation enters combat, Aha shows up too.
So it's on the action bar. Wait, Sparksy was there too.
Takes action, the
Bro,
path
that thing looks so dumb.
enters an Aha instant. During the instant, ally elation characters coordinate their actions.
So the more elation characters you have, the more power creepy this is gonna be, because then they just all force go their like move.
Using elation skills in sequence.
What is
Each character's elation
that?
skill has a different effect. Some focus on dealing
Ah,
damage.
Sparksy's one is so funny. Her spinning that wheel is so funny. Like, again, we're trying to react to Yao Guang, but I love Sparksy, bruh.
While others specialize in buffs or debuffs.
So how is the order of these actions determined?
So you basically have like a free ability that you're forced to use when it procs. An extra ability.
That's something you'll have to ask Aha.
Aha!
Aha hands out an actor number to every elation character.
What?
And how those numbers are chosen? That's entirely at Director Aha's discretion.
So it's random. This is where it gets random.
Despite the urge to find answers, to contend seriously with the Joy Seeker would be to court futility.
You can't understand
Honestly, the rating system might
nonsense.
give you a better answer than
I
Aha.
was gonna say, isn't that from the
William
Herd of
McCabe's
Space
show, though,
Station?
is Aha's fondness for people with a sense of humor.
He loves
We call that sense of
comedy.
humor elation, and that elation value directly affects the elation damage character's
Wait, so it's a new stat? I didn't know that. Oh shit.
deal. Elation characters have higher elation values and are able to create punchlines. The
Okay.
more punchlines allies accumulate, the bigger the show during the Aha instant, and the higher the elation damage dealt.
Dude, some of those numbers look crazy, and I was really wondering how are they gonna creep the fuck out of the game. I mean, these numbers are still kind of tame for what we're used to, because we have people like Casterus and Finon, not really Cyrene, but sometimes, like they're doing like sometimes like 1 million, maybe 2 million worth of damage. I remember the Herd was hitting for like, you know, maybe like 800k around there sometimes, it depends. So these numbers are actually pretty tame so far.
After the Aha instant ends, all accumulated punchlines are claimed by Aha.
I
Okay.
have long heard that the Joy Seeker is generous in rewarding those
Bro,
who
her
amuse
fucking
them.
hand is so
But is
dumb.
that generosity extended to battles?
On that point, you can trust Aha.
I don't
Give
trust
Aha a
him.
good laugh, and Aha will grant blessings. When the Aha instant ends, Aha shares their joy with the elation characters on the field.
Certified bangers. Like, this new region is so memey. Like, it has so many memes, it has so many game references. This shit is crazy.
Allowing that joy to linger for some number of turns.
What
This
does this
effect
all
is
do?
called a certified banger.
That is crazy.
There's more than one kind
Oh.
of joy in the world. After obtaining certified banger, different characters trigger different effects. For example, when Yao Guang has certified banger, she provides support to the entire team, while Sparksy uses it to further enhance her own damage.
But she's just the
The more
DPS like
punchlines
we thought.
consumed during
So yeah, more than anything, even though Yao Guang looks like she might do some damage, she's, like I thought, she's basically a support.
the Aha instant, the stronger the effects of certified banger. It's also worth noting
There
that
is so
certified
much
banger
shit
can be
here.
obtained multiple times.
What
Each instance
the?
stacks in strength, and each has its own separate
Oh, I was gonna say, so if you keep stacking it, the longer the fight goes, the more powerful you are, but you can't infinite stack it. Okay.
duration. You know,
Damn, so They are kind of scaling though. Like elation characters, the longer the fight's going, the more powerful they become up to a certain soft cap.
In other words,
Wow.
by making AHA instants appear more frequently, you get more certified banger.
And I think
which
that's what
serves to
Yao
further
Guang
strengthen the
does.
power of certified banger.
This video is gonna be them explaining the elation bullshit.
To sum it up, everything about the elation path centers on the AHA instant.
Which is in the action order.
Elation characters take action together. Elation skill effects
But they're really
and
showing a
events
lot of
amount to
Sparksy.
elation
Dude,
damage.
Sparksy's thing is so
When the
funny.
AHA instant ends, AHA leaves behind certified banger. Triggering special effects for
Certified
the elation
banger.
characters on the field.
Like, there's so much nuance here, and they're not telling us any details, and there's so many moving parts to this. Like, oh my god. They have, like, the special ability during the instant, then they have the certified bangers, which stack up to a certain amount, which then give them more, but we don't know what it is.
Both elation damage
Good
and the
lord.
strength of certified banger are closely tied to the number of punchlines, the degree of elation, and how frequently AHA acts.
What
which, of
the
course,
fuck?
plays right to General Yao Guang's strengths.
Oh my god, look at her.
Yao Guang is a physical character following the path of elation. She has multiple ways to generate
that her
punchlines
zone?
and can raise
I can't tell if
elation
that's
for
the
all
environment or a
allies.
zone.
But most importantly, she can trigger additional AHA instants.
And there it is.
When using her
But she's
basic
important.
attack, Yao
I'm really curious, right? Because this is where Star Rail has these characters that, in my opinion, are bait characters slash useless characters, right? And this is kind of going into vertical investment. Also, look at that fucking enemy. That's like an Elvis chicken. What the fuck? But yeah, this is where also they're kind of reusing some of the animations for those dogs too. Those are like some of the fucking dogs from Pikakoni. Anyway, though, this is where some characters, and I'll use the example of Mighty, right? Mighty is kind of a character who, like, he's decent. He's not a huge character, and he kind of just ends there. Like, there's characters who won't really receive any support unless it's, like, way later down the line by accident. And they're just, like, kind of, like, end of the path characters, right? No pun intended. Then there's characters that are, like, scaling. Like, Yao Guang, I'm assuming might scale, but you never know. I thought Sunday was, like, a fluke, and then he ended up scaling for fucking Finon, thank God, right? But Sunday, for a large part, was supposed to be, or kind of, you know, quote-unquote, the guy for Remembrance, and he kind of was a bait. Like, he really was not for Remembrance at all, even though he was looking like he was. So there's, like, bait characters, like, dead-end characters, and I'm curious to see, like, what Yao Guang is. I still don't know what I'm going to do for this region, but Yao Guang is interesting. You might need her, or she might be a big bait, and I'm scared.
Guang deals physical damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets.
So she has
Basic
Blast
attack
in her
also
auto,
generates
which is
additional
crazy.
energy. When using her skill, Yao Guang's Spiritus takes the form of a feather fan, which she uses to create a zone.
Okay, so the zone is hers. I was gonna say, what is her animal? Because all the generals have like an animal.
Other zone exists.
Fucking oh my god, I always forget her name. Fuck, it's not Fu Xuan. It's Fei Xiao. Fei Xiao has the Flying Aureus. Jing Yuan obviously has the Lightning Lord. I don't know what she has, but
All allies get increased elation, and after Yao Guang uses her basic attack or skill, allies can gain punchline points.
wow.
Senior Spiritus is the Kala Chakra sky plume and represents
What?
the Hunt's vision, one of the 7 aspects of the rainbow.
Oh,
a symbol
one of the 7
foresight, verdict,
fuckers.
and self-discipline.
Self-discipline.
She
She's so
gained the
pretty.
elevation
She's
with
so
which it
pretty.
would serve weal and woe alike.
After using her technique to enter battle,
Bad
Yao
luck and
Guang
good
automatically
luck.
uses her skill once.
So she automatically creates the zone, basically Ruan Mei. I think Ruan Mei was the first person to do this,
Does
if I'm not
use a
mistaken.
skill point. And when Yao Guang is in the team, breaking destructible objects yields fortune pouches. I've heard
What?
that whenever Xianzhou people mention General Yao Guang,
They say
like to
she's
call her
lucky.
Madame Yao. Is that
You know,
because-
when they called her Madame Yao, I thought she was gonna be super like prissy, super strict and old. She's young, hot as hell. I mean, granted, they're part of the not the propagation, they're part of the abundance, so they're kind of immortal. I think. I don't know if she's one of them, but this is where she's like young as hell, which I thought she would be old, and she seems really nice and free spirited, and I thought she was gonna be the exact opposite, just based off the name Madame Yao. And kind of going into a little of like Chinese like tropes.
She has a habit of handing out fortune pouches so generously.
That is
Moon
not the
kills
case.
me.
Senior Sora earned the title Madame Yao through her exceptional fortune and
So
success.
she's Fuchuan
She helped usher
Senior.
in a golden age of trade for the Yuchue,
You got
improving
the
livelihoods
money.
across the Xinzhou. Thus, the people hold her in
She
highest
improved the
esteem
economy.
as
She
one
needs to
who
come
had
to
goddess of
America,
fortune.
man.
Fair point.
America's
But
economy's
I always jump on
fucked.
piles of credits myself, and yet nobody calls me Sir Albert. Anyway,
Sir
let's get back to business.
Albert.
When using her elation
Bro, that shit
skill,
just lags.
Yao Guang applies Woe's Whisper to all enemies. Then
Okay.
deals elation damage to all enemies.
So again, the
Enemies
supports
affected
are
by
doing
Wolf's Whisper
DPS
take
now.
increased damage for a set number of turns.
When divining one's own side, one seeks good omens for protection.
So again, when she comes out, she's gonna be kind of, I don't want to say useless, right? But she's not gonna be best in slot for anyone until Sparksy comes out.
But when casting lots for the enemy, only ill omens are welcome.
That's right.
It's honestly, aside
After
from the
locking a
whole
specific
elation
case,
like
Yao Guang
bullshit, it's
herself
very
gains a crit
simple.
damage boost. In addition, after using her elation skill,
She gains crit
recovers one
damage,
skill point per ally.
and she's SP positive. Wow.
After the AHA instant ends, Yao Guang obtains certified banger.
Oh no.
Whenever an ally character uses an attack.
Wait, what did that
and
say? Wait,
Yao
wait,
Guang
wait.
obtains certified banger.
While Yao Guang has certified. Oh, they put a fucking amendment in. Wow.
Whenever an ally character uses an attack, regardless of the character's path, one randomly hit target takes an additional instance of elation damage.
That was like wiener damage, by the way. So again, this is where they probably have this in here because sadly she's the first character. So if she didn't have this, she'd be useless. Like you're literally getting her and she's not improving your team basically almost at all if you have other supports. I feel like they almost had to put that in because you have to wait for another elation character to come out.
Moreover, this attack triggers one additional instance of elation damage if skill points are consumed.
Oh,
After
so it could
locking
hit
a specific
twice.
trace, when Yao Guang obtains certified banger, its duration is extended by 1 turn.
Oh.
When the ultimate is used, allies gain punchline and all type res penetration is increased. Most importantly, AHA immediately
He's so
gains
hot.
1 extra turn.
Whoa.
Put simply, it triggers an additional AHA instant.
So this is
Puts all
low-key
allied
buffing
elation
like
characters
every
into
elation
elation
character if they
skills
ever
once
come
again,
out.
and
Fuck
further
man,
boost
I
their
really don't
power.
want to try and get her.
Certified banger.
Wanna
Notably,
get
this AHA
Sparksy.
instant does not consume any punchline points.
Oh, wait, that's actually crazy. That AHA instant is like a free one.
Bossed around like that?
Again, I don't know how good this is because this seems, unless they bait the fuck out of us, this seems like it scales like crazy in the future with more elation characters. Once you get like a full elation team going, like look at M4 right? Look at the full Remembrance team. Castoris, Hyacinth, Evernight, and Cyrene. That team is broken as fuck. They use no skill points, they don't die, and they do a shit ton of damage. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And they have turn action out the ass. Like, their action barely goes down because all the memo spreads just take action so often. It's like an Exodia team. A full elation team probably has to have Yao Guang. It's literally too good.
That's embarrassing.
Senior Sword.
Which is sad because I don't want her.
His talent for putting people to work rivals her mastery of divination itself.
Wow, she
From the
cons
sound of it,
people.
You've been bossed around by her more than once, huh?
Oh,
I conduct
yo,
myself
Fushuan
with
didn't like
propriety.
that.
I am not one to be casually commanded.
Bro, it's so sad because I really think Fushuan, obviously gameplay-wise, like it's long gone, but even in the lore, she's kind of just getting pushed around now, man. This is what happens when you get old in gacha games. You get used.
Now to sum it up. Yao Guang is a versatile support character who provides core buffs to elation
Core buffs is no joke.
lineups. Her ability to trigger additional AHA instance allows allies to use elation skills more frequently and
Which is broken as shit.
accelerates the accumulation of certified banger's power.
Like, there's so much to the elation stuff, and right now, because it's new, it seems like a lot, but once we understand it, it's gonna seem so simple to us. It's just sad that this is what always happens in the beginning. Like, this shit is like, damn, I feel like there's so much more to this than, like, Remembrance.
While Yao Guang has certified banger, all allied characters, regardless of path, are
So even though it's regardless of path, elation people will still hit this too.
able to deal additional elation damage.
Also, there's no... So, I didn't see the little blurb they had. I think it's based off Yao Guang's damage. I don't know if it's based off the caster's damage, but this damage right now is kind of penis. But I'm assuming if you're actually hitting for real numbers, this will probably be a decent chunk as well.
She also has several methods of obtaining punchline points, and her
Yeah,
skill
autos.
increases all allies' elation, further amplifying elation damage for elation lineups.
Yeah, literally just elation
With the
fucking
all-time
driver.
penetration from her ultimate and vulnerability from her elation skill, enemies have little choice but to call it a day amidst
Bro,
cheers
Sparksy
and
looks so
laughter.
dumb.
That reminds
I
me,
love
since your senior
Sparksy.
sorter is both a general and a diviner, has she ever calculated how you might become a general
Bro, Fushuan is
yourself?
just so, like,
She did
desperate.
cast divination for me once, but
What?
the
I just realized they have a
mechanism is
mic
too
to the
profound.
left of
Even
her.
now, I've yet to fully grasp it.
Bro, she's never gonna get
Also,
promoted.
her divinations have never followed convention, and she always finds an orthodox path.
So she's
That time
elation,
she used
literally.
a freshly baked pastry as her medium, studied its brown marks and golden crust, and
What?
declared that the heavens had already revealed their will.
She's bullshitting.
The patterns on that pastry shifted and darkened unpredictably.
What?
Sesame seeds lay scattered like stars, as if concealing some heavenly
I feel like
secret.
Yao Guang
I
was
pondered
fucking
upon
with
it
her.
at length, yet its mystery would not yield.
I feel bad
Perhaps
for
that
Fu
was the
Shuang,
message.
man.
I'm not there yet, and I still need to work harder before I can become a general.
The
Bruh.
diviner may
He
not be
works
an
so
expert at
hard.
sweet-talking, but when it comes to self-motivation,
Oh, what the fuck? They're
her
going to the
talent is
station.
nothing short of exceptional.
Okay, that was pretty cute. I'm sad they didn't say more about like going to the new region or anything. Like Albert didn't say anything. For Amphorius, they had like a little explanation, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, more than anything, I'm glad I saw this just for the elation path. Now I kind of understand what's going on. And it really does seem like Yao Guang may, hopefully, be a core fucking support for elation. Or she'll be a giant bait like Sunday until like the end of the patch, so who really knows. But either way, time will tell. I'm somewhat tempted to just go the route of skip everyone, go for the big characters, and then just get their best in slot team on rerun. I really don't know. Even though I hate doing that, but honestly, see, the sad part is aside from her hotness, I just maybe it is the Zhangzhou thing, man. I don't know, but I'm not banging with Yao Guang too much, even though I value supports highly. But it really does look like the elation path is going to be like the remembrance, where they're going to have supports, healers, DPSs, sub DPSs. Like, those used to be in the other paths, right? Healers used to be abundance. Shielders used to be preservation. DPSs used to be hunt and destruction, right? AoE versus single target. This is where, even though I mixed that up the opposite way, this is where elation, similar to the remembrance, is going to be everything. What do we have in remembrance? We had healing with Hyacinth. We had support with Cyrene. Sub DPS with Cyrene. Sub DPS slash support with March 7th. Main DPS with Casters. So remembrance was kind of like not a jack of all trades. I don't think they had a preservation, but it encompassed more than just one of the other paths in terms of gameplay. Elation's basically going to do the same thing. We're going to have main DPS as supports, healers for Elation probably, shielders, who knows, right? But Elation is basically just going to be, and I wonder if they're going to keep doing this going forward. All these different paths that are coming out now are basically just like whatever the fuck they want it to be. It's just the gameplay gimmick of how you do it. Which I'm not entirely against, honestly. I'm like whatever against it, but either way, we have to see what's going on for Yao Guang. This was very informative. I hope it was for everyone else too. I hope it was entertaining, maybe. And I hope everyone enjoyed. If you want to see more of me, watch me at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel. Have a good one, everyone.